One of the biggest things that we see is that private equity funds struggle with visibility. They don't know what's going on at their individual portfolio companies, and they don't know what's going on in aggregate across those portfolio companies. They also struggle with resources, right? You have to find the right people to staff these cybersecurity engagements and staff cybersecurity in general, and those people are expensive. And then finally, the strategy. We know that private equity funds aren't as hands-on in some cases with their portfolio companies as they should be. So who's establishing the cybersecurity strategy, who's maintaining it, and who's managing it on a day-to-day basis? You really want to start, you want to look at holistically, what are all your portfolio companies doing, right? So they may be at different stages of maturity. So you have to develop a program that can accommodate very advanced clients and clients that aren't as advanced, right? So trying to understand the landscape first. And then how do you administer an assessment across all of those portfolio companies at the same time, right? There's a lot of logistics involved. Do you have the staff to do that? Do you have the tools and capabilities to do that? And then the net output of that is we have all these findings, right? So what do you do with all of that information? So what are some things to consider when you're looking at a solution? One, does the solution work? A lot of private equity funds will do risk analysis reports, send that to the portfolio company and say, hey, make sure all this stuff is fixed. 6 months later, the portfolio company is breached and the private equity fund is very upset about it. So we know that solution doesn't work. The other thing to consider is who's going to maintain the solution long-term. Is it sustainable? A cybersecurity program is not a single point in time assessment or a single point in time fixing of a problem. It is a long-term investment of a solution that will help protect the organization from being breached. And then finally, does the solution drive value for the portfolio companies? And there's different ways to look at that. It could drive value on the buy side or it could drive value on the sell side.